Welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout following along with this week's Cherry on Top weekly sketch challenge. I have not been in the She Shed for about a week and a half. We had guests and my She Shed is big enough that one, I have a couch, but two, we can put an air mattress in the She Shed. So I was busy with guests and figured kind of what better way to get back in than doing a sketch. And we are doing real time because I think it'll be pretty quick. Here is the sketch and I have my 5 photos already trimmed down. They're not quite 3x3. When I print 2 on a 4x6, for some reason it is not exactly 3 inches. So I cut it just shy of 3 inches. I forgot I've got that light too. So these call for 3.5 by 3.5. I don't have that, which is okay. I am going to probably be using the football collection from Bella Blvd. The majority. I just have so many football embellishments that we might bring some in. But I was going through, I like this piece of paper. I have multiple. I probably won't use the back. So I thought about using a pattern paper from my background. This was already cut for me. So I think I'm going to use it as this strip here. And I'm not going to trim it down anymore. I don't want it any smaller. This is a rectangle. This looks more like a square. But I like the size of this with the lines down. And then we are going to kind of follow along with the placements of the photos. Another thing I don't usually do is document photos that just happened. So we are making our youngest play football for 1 season. He is, I think, enjoying it when he gets out there. And he had his first solo tackle this past weekend. So these are actually just from this weekend. I just was so proud of him that I had to print them and use them for this. So there are a handful of different tackles. He had more tackles than he's ever had in a game. So I'm trying to kind of figure out when I pick them. This looks like this is his solo tackle. This one might be 2. And then these ones are different. So what I might do is do his solo tackle and do kind of the progression. And then I will do the 2 other ones down here in the corner. So this looks first, this looks second, and this looks third. So I think that's how we are going to line them up. I probably will mat them at least on white. And these 2 I might just do together and then just do that one separate. I wanted to make sure too that you could tell it was a football field behind it. So luckily for me, I did have to cut them a little bit smaller. So you can tell that it is like a football paper behind it. All right, now I got to remember which one. So his name got announced on the loudspeaker and my mama heart was just so proud of him. Again, it's not something he really wanted to do, but we thought it would be good for him, at least for 1 season. And he is the older kid on this team. So they do 3rd and 4th and then 5th and 6th. So he's in 4th, so he's one of the bigger kids. And we figured it would be safer for him then. And his dad's the coach. And I think that's been a positive thing for their relationship too. So if he wants to quit after the season, he is more than welcome to. We are fine with that. But he is doing his best. And that's all we kind of wanted. And we wanted him to kind of find that mental toughness. And he's doing that. So we are beyond proud of him. I think I'm going to trim that down a little bit more. So sorry you get a long story while I am just kind of cutting the paper or the photos down. I was hoping I had a large, I'll get it, a large football die cut. So there's like a spot for some circular stitching, and I thought that would be a great spot for a football die cut. I don't have any more. I'll have to look. I'm sure I have something, but I just thought that would be kind of neat. All right, we're just gonna commit. You know what? I think I really might gut this, so that's gonna take a little bit extra time. I'm gonna go over 1.5 inches, I think. That is 10 inches. If I go 1.5 inches, that will be fine. So usually I'll just go over 1 inch, but because that green paper is a little bit smaller, we're gonna go over 1.5 inches, and then what you do is you start your cut 1.5 inches down and then go 1.5 inches from the bottom, if that makes sense. So that is how I gut my papers. It took me some time, I will say, to figure that out. But now that I do, it is quite simple, and I do it so often that it's like nothing. So let's just hope that this is awesome, that I cut it properly. So we will put the green paper down. All right. I do wish I had more of this collection. I'm kind of hoping that at She Loves Color, maybe they will have some more. I got a page kit with the football collection from She Loves Color last year, so if they have any more, I'm probably going to get this. I just like the bright colors. A lot of times I like to stick with school colors, but sometimes I am okay with adding bright colors. So look at that. We are going to commit to this too. Now I'm thinking I probably could have popped all of these up on foam tape, but it calls for a circular title. So maybe we'll pop that title up on foam tape. Just make sure these are straight. Pretty darn good. So I'm curious, if you are out of your craft space for some time, how do you get back into kind of that creative mojo, we'll say? I've got a couple things that I like to do if I'm really in a slump. One is follow sketches, and so that's what I'm doing now. Another one, I have a handful of those simple story, simple pages, and that is really good too. I might not do a circle. I might just do the defense like that for the title, which would be fun. And I can pop that up on foam tape. I think we're going to do that. I don't think I'm going to add a circle. There are some phrases here we got to figure out over here. So I have a whole bunch of the Scrapbook Customs, that's what, stickers, I guess. And they actually did come out with ephemera. So let's check this. I got this at the Great Lakes Mega Meet in May. So this one might have, so we might use this football instead of, yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. That is a good size. Ooh, tackle. That's what he's doing. That works. Defense, so we'll keep that out maybe. So these are the ephemera pieces. I have never seen them before the Great Lakes Mega Meet. So I was happy to find those because I had already bought, like the year before at the Great Lakes Mega Meet, a whole bunch of these stickers. So that would be kind of cute up there, wouldn't it? We'll save that for a different time. We're gonna try and be okay with that open space at the top. That is a struggle for me, but I think it'll be okay. So let's commit to this. I like this. Another good collection that would go with this perfectly would be the Teen Vibe Carson collection. I've done several football layouts with that collection, and probably the reason I'm not is because I'm probably running pretty low on the football ephemera because I've done so many with that collection. I just love that one too. I might have to restock up on that one when I go to She Loves Color as well. So we've got that. Let's pop this up on some foam tape. So these foam circles I got from Hobby Lobby, and I am really liking them. They come in 3 different sizes in the same container. So there's the small, the medium, and the large. So I am liking having the different sizes. They're pretty thick, so maybe if you don't want too much bulk, maybe it's not something you would want, but I am liking them. Maybe we'll do the D on the page and the fence elevated. I like that. I like that layered look. All right. I guess the only downfall with these is that you gotta peel every single one off the back, and they can be a little time consuming. So we might add, actually while I'm doing this, I can probably do 2 things at once. So there's a defense sticker. What else? My favorite player. Oh, I don't know if I can use that one. Tackle, another tackle. Maybe the All-Star. I don't know if I do a favorite player, if the other one will get upset. They're both my favorite players for sure. Yep, I like how that looks with that fence popped up on foam tape. So now the last thing we need is this up here. I do have that big defense in brown. I could do that. What else do I have? No Guts, big hit. We could do that too. So maybe we'll do defense and that big hit. I like that the big hit is in red, the brown. There's some, I thought there was brown in the helmets, but we have a brown football. And then I wonder if we have some stars just to round it out. So we're just going to keep it simple. Maybe I do need to journal. Maybe I could add some journaling at the top. We'll see with that. I don't have any stars left in there. Probably not in there. Oh, here's this and this. Perfect. Oh, I'll do that red one, or this blue one here. Perfect. Like that size. Just like that third element in that piece. Do another one at the top there, and then maybe a red one over on the defense. So I really like these puffy stickers too from Bella Blvd. Again, Bella Blvd, all of their stuff just goes so well together. So I really am enjoying using all of their products because I know that I can grab really any of the collections and have extra pieces, if that makes sense. You know, I was hoping to get some of these in there. That's okay. I think we're going to call it good. So simple, 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 but love the outcome. I will have to figure out where to journal because this was definitely a special game for him, and having his first solo tackle with a whole bunch of assisted tackles, and just so proud of him. So that is going to finish off this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.